I don't know about you, but I grew up in the 90s. And if you grew up in the 90s, what you did in school is you passed little tiny triangle notes to people. Not everybody had a cell phone in the early 2000s, and if you did, it probably didn't have texting as a feature yet. You had to pass these little notes to get your communication, and you had to do it as kind of an art form. You had to make it quick and to the point, or if you were trying to get a date out of it, you had to make what you wrote count. Welcome back, writing community. I am Nick the Wordsmith, and today we're talking about how to find that passion in your writing. The first thing we need to do, we need to figure out if you're a writer. 2 questions. Do you like the idea of writing? And have you or are you willing to put pen to paper to prove it? If the answer to that is yes, then you're good. Now that we got that out of the way, the next thing we need to figure out is what you're passionate about. Now you're probably like, hey, I clicked on this video to find out what I'm passionate about. Okay, I get it, through the writing, but there must be something in life that you do enjoy, no? Perhaps a hobby, a person. The idea of love, infatuation, liking someone, as we used to say in high school, that can be a very powerful emotion. Okay, you don't have to name any names if you don't want to, but just an idea. What in your life have you struggled with? Sport, an event. Are you an amputee? Most likely you're not. You must have some sort of inner struggle, something that you've gone through that other people you know have no clue about. If you're young, you probably think your parents don't know anything about this. And sometimes you're right. A lot of times they don't, but a lot of times they do. And if you're a parent like myself, you can write about, hey, how come my kid can't get on the same page as me? It doesn't have to be such a huge struggle. If it is, great. That's a pretty easy thing to figure out and something pretty easy to passionately write about. You can write about something as simple as missing the bus. It's a struggle, and you can have an irate, deep connection, a cathartic experience. Something that just pulls your heartstrings one way or the other on your temperament scale. Okay, so you got your idea, something you're passionate about, at least slightly, okay? Now here's what I want you to do. This is for anybody that's just looking to kickstart a project, or for when you have writer's block and you need to get back in the game. I want you to try this exercise. I want you to write about something that you have no clue about, as if you have some expertise on the subject. I know that sounds pretty ridiculous, but it's just pretend. There's no points. You can't lose. What this is gonna do is you're gonna go all out trying to describe, I don't know, nuclear fission, something that most of us have no clue the ins and outs about. Then, after you've struggled to try and make something salvageable for somebody to be able to be entertained or interested to read, scrap that project and then take your idea and see how easy it is to describe the thing that you do know something about. It's really just gonna jog your memory, kickstart your brain. All cylinders are gonna just start firing. After you've wasted so much time and brain cells on something that you don't care about, but you had to, something that you're passionate about becomes so easy to describe. I want you to just recognize what this is doing to and for your brain. It is just letting you get out of your way. You are so stuck on how to start that you're unable to begin. And so to just clear the mechanism and allow yourself to pull out all stops, you have to just do something that you don't want to do, but in the same ballpark. Start using some descriptive terms for something you do not care about. Write it as if you were hired to do it, And then the things that you are passionate about, you love to talk about, but you just didn't know how to articulate, are magically gonna come to fruition. It's this that allows us to become true writers. I mean, some people say, oh, if you're not, published and making a living off writing, you're not a real writer. Don't listen to those people. Most of those people aren't writers. But what you're doing is you're honing your craft. And you need to use this exercise anytime you get stuck. And anytime you feel like, I don't got it, this project I need to start over, give this a try. Because I feel like this has solved so many of my problems whenever I got stuck with something and I thought, I can't write this week, I can't write today. It doesn't take long either. Write a page, write a couple paragraphs. That's all you need sometimes. Then crumple up that paper that you don't have any intention of actually finishing, and suddenly your brain is just unlocked. I want to thank you guys for visiting my channel this week. Next week I think I'm gonna do a poetry reading, so just tune in for that next Monday. Subscribe, hit the bell, go to my Instagram, all that in the description. And I will see you guys next week, and keep on writing.